Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm making a card using the Ornate style and Ornate layers set. I got this in pre-order when it was because this came out before the new catalogue, and it arrived before I went on my holiday back in March, before lockdown. In fact, on this holiday, I went to Fuerteventura, and we went in complete lockdown whilst I was on my holiday within like 48 hours of arriving, well, less than that. So yes, I started my lockdown in another country. So I made this, and I used the little thanks from the vases, varied vases set, and I've only now just got round to filming it, and of course that's now retired, isn't it? So I'm gonna use instead the little thank you from Fairy Versailles. I thought that was quite nice. It's quite nice and swirly, and it will go nicely with what's in this card. So quite a straightforward card. I absolutely love this little daisy. I just think it's so cute, and I love the monochrome look. So I'm sticking with the monochrome. I did think about changing its colour, but I'm going to stick with monochrome because I like it, and I can give it to people, customers, for thank yous, etc. So I've got some basic black, so that's the usual C6 size. All the measurements will be on my blog. I've got a layer for the front and a layer for the inside, and I've got a scrap there of basic black to die cut, and I thought I'd got my scrap of Whisper White that I'm going to stamp onto, and I don't appear to have that, so I need to go and get some of that. What am I like? I think I'm all organised, and then I'm not. So the little daisy is heat embossed, so we'll do that bit first. So I'm going to use Stays On and some clear embossing powder. So I'm going to get all that ready. Stays On is sort of a slow drying permanent ink, so it will take the embossing powder. So I was quite gutted that the black embossing powder retired, which is probably what I did that one with, but you can get the same effect. Oh, press too hard. Saw myself slipping again then. Oh, that's better. So I'm just going to put some clear embossing powder over this, and we should get the same effect. As I say, it doesn't dry very quickly, so it will stick to it. So I remember when I first started crafting, I bought lots and lots of different colour embossing powders, and then I realised that actually if I got clear embossing powder and just bought lots of different coloured inks, that was the better way round. So I did buy a load of pigment inks which are slow drying, which work really well. There we go. I like to get my Stays On one cleaned as quickly as possible. There we go. And so I'm going to get my heat and heat that one up. I find it really difficult to tell I didn't want to run the risk of smudging it, but I do have difficulty telling if it's gone when it's black, but I can feel that that is raised. So there we go. So that's that done, and then I'm going to do my stamping on that when I've done the die cutting actually. So I've got a stitch rectangle, so to fit in with this lovely frame there I've taken the second smallest from this side, and that sort of fits in that quite well. You do lose a bit of it, but not enough for me to be sort of worried about. So I'm gonna cut that out, and I'm gonna cut this one out. So I'm gonna do that die cutting, and then we'll come back. So that's them cut out, and quite a lot of those have come out already, but I'll just use my little die brush to take the rest out, and they do drop out fairly well. Remember my sister buying one of them, she went, look what I've got, Jess. Very excited that she got herself a little brush. So these little twirly ones, right, there's a couple, you always get a couple that get missed. So I'll just poke those through, and I invariably stick it down and realise afterwards that I've missed a couple. There we go. It's not too bad. There we go, and then that's that one. That's done as well. So just a couple more bits of stamping to do. So it's quite a quick card, and I say you could change up the colours. I haven't, but you could. So I'm imagining where that will be, and I am stamping that lovely sort of rectangle of shapes. Don't know what to call it. Swirly patterns, that one. I'm stamping that one, and I'm stamping it in a sort of a staggered way behind this. So I'm going to match it up with there and go along there, and then I'm going to go along there. So I'm matching it up, so I'm on the base of that. So they're sort of overlapped in the middle, but they'll get covered up. So we've got a little bit of a staggered design, which I just thought was a bit different, and I liked it. So I'm getting this cleaned off. And then we just need to do the thank you, which is going to go on here. Now I want to get a bit of scrap in here, and trying to think. Because I'm only really getting one go at it. So I go slightly up. Yeah. So I'm looking at the top of my stamp, and I don't want it in a straight line. I want it to be slightly there. Perfect, perfect. So it's worth sort of doing that a little bit. Now I could heat emboss that as well, but I'm not going to. I've kind of left the fanciness for the flower and nothing else. So that is going to get stuck on to my frame. Just realised that I need to make sure when I'm sticking this down that I don't go over the sentiment. Don't want to rub on the sentiment. And I've just remembered that when I did it on the other, I popped this up on dimensionals, but I haven't done this one, so I might pop this entire thing up on dimensionals, which would be a bit different. So let's bring in my card base, and I might do a bit of stamping on that. So I'm going to stick this down. So looking out the window now, I can see blue sky peeping through the clouds. We have had a horrendous day today with weather. It's like a little bit of sunshine, torrential rain, I mean like a monsoon, and then it's brightened up again, and I'm sure we'll get a monsoon again soon. But the weather's changing. We're going to get some more heat waves next week apparently, so looking forward to that. And we're hoping for a picnic in the park with Ed's mum, which would be lovely. Not seen her since the start of lockdown, so it'll be lovely. She's been on her own. There we go. So that's that. So I just want to, I thought I might stamp that flower again on the inside. I think I want it lighter on the inside, so I'm going to stamp off. So stamp off first, so that we just get a light impression on the inside. Don't like it. Let me do it again. That's better. There, that's better. I didn't like it because it hadn't quite stamped right there. And so now, because I've turned it over, I've got the edges on this side. Just giving this a good clean, getting a little bit there. And so because I cut on this side, I've got the edges. Can you see? You've got like little edges. So I'm just going to go over with my bone folder to flatten those edges. Because when you cut, there is a right and a wrong side. A bit like when you die cut, you get like the beveled edges on your die cuts. So that's better. So that's it. Just finish that off, and that's my card. So quite a nice, clean and simple card that just looks lovely in the black and white. So that's it with the old sentiment, and that's it with the brand new one. And that was the white just popped up, and this is the whole lot popped up, so they are slightly different. Okay, hope you like that. All details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. There will be a link down below to take you directly there. There'll be one popping up there to take you directly there as well. And yeah, if you want to buy anything, there'll be links to my shop as well. I'll be back again with another tutorial very soon. Bye for now.